Yo, people, what go on deck one, deck two podcast back in the building. It's your boy C6, aka Deck Deuce.
You said you got new ones that Deck Deuce, you speaking French and that, yeah?
Yeah, Deck Deuce, bro.
Deck numero uno.
Yeah, Deck. Okay, say nothing. So how you been, my bro?
Yeah, I'm all good, man. Can't complain. Another week and that.
Another week in this quarantine. Boy, it's all good. It's all good. But hey, listen, yeah, so this week now, different subject. So big up the soca guys from last week, because that was a lesson and a half, bro.
Proper eye-opener.
What you say?
I said a proper eye-opener for you.
A proper eye-opener, bro. Your Wi-Fi is moving nuts, bro.
Is it?
Yeah, bro. You're moving nuts. And your screen's all... Wipe your screen, man. What's going on, bro? This is what I'm saying, you know. 2020, people, and this is the kind of Wi-Fi stroke, you know, reception that this brother's dealing with. Like, I don't know what's going on.
You're right now.
Bro, it's moving all... It's like coming like teletext, bro.
What is it? What is there something wrong with it now?
Bro, you're moving all like analog and that.
What, slow in there?
Slow. Are you using your Wi-Fi or your data?
I'm using my data now.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know.
What's it doing now? Is it all right now, or is it still mad?
It's okay. It's bearable, but it's not the greatest.
Unless you wanna start it again.
Nah, let me
You know what it is? Because I had the Wi-Fi on and I've come out of it, so I don't know if it played up because of that.
All right. Well, you exit and then come back. I'm gonna send the thing in the group, man. I'll do the intro myself, man. Deadbeat. But yeah, people. So Deck 1, Deck 2 podcast, episode 8. And on this particular episode, we're gonna discuss bookings and events that are not in the club. Okay, so that comes to like your weddings, your christenings, your birthday parties, your bar mitzvahs, your corporate events, you know, anything like that. All right, so gonna get a couple of guys in that specialize in events outside of the club as well as being in the club. You get what I'm saying? So we'll get those guys in. So you know how it goes. So let me send out the invite to the man them, and then we see who rolls in. But big up all of those people that have been checking out the podcast from week 1 to week 2, right up to week 7. I hope that, you know, you're enjoying it, and I hope that you're learning, because that's what it's all about. It's all about sharing information with the guys. And, you know, we're all learning. I was learning so much from last week. I didn't know half of the stuff with the soca and the carnival, you know what I mean? So it was a nice eye-opener to myself. So I hope you guys are feeling the exact same effects. Do remember, if you have any questions at all, you can send us a message, whether it's on the Instagram or in the comments or wherever you listen to the podcast, so you can get your questions across. And big up all of the people that have asked to be on the podcast. I really appreciate it. We will be making that happen and have some guests from some people that we don't know. But as at the moment, you know, like, we got a lot of DJ connections and DJ links that we're getting in. So yeah, it's open for anybody. So if you have anything to add or you want to learn anything, feel free to just drop us a line. Make sure you follow us on Deck 1, Deck 2 pod. Now that's better, bro. That's
good now, yeah?
Bro, what happened? What did you do? Get a new phone or something?
Nah, I told you, bro. I think because I switched out of the Wi-Fi.
Yeah, no, that looks proper, bro. That looks proper. That's proper.
So we're good now, yeah?
Yeah, so if your data is better than your Wi-Fi, fam, you need to change your provider.
No, it wasn't, though. I don't know, bro. I think, you know what it is? I switched on the Wi-Fi as you rang in it.
Oh, okay.
So I think, you know, it just starts messing things up.
It's all good. It's all good. Well, I feel like I just done a sick intro.
Yeah?
Yeah. Like, you can't hear it until it comes out, but I think it's sick, bro. I'm the intro guy now. So I give them a little bit of insight to what this one's about. So we're going to talk about events other than the club.
Yeah.
So, do you know what I mean? There's a lot of people there's a lot of DJs that just do those.
Yeah.
They like mobile DJs. They're called, and then there's DJs that don't do that, and then there's a set of DJs that do both, and that is the majority of DJs that we're inviting in today are the ones that do both. But
Yeah.
we're talking about events from comedy shows, christenings, weddings, bar mitzvahs, birthday parties, children's parties. Bro, the list is endless. Funerals, like
everything.
The list is endless. Do you get what I'm saying? Corporate bookings, proms. Bro, it just goes on and on and on. The list is endless. So let me send out this again. Got them on them are going like so them can't see my invitation.
Oh yeah, big up everyone that's been locking in.
Yeah.
The feedback's been crazy. I've been enjoying it. We've been getting a few questions and that thrown our way, so we'll probably have an episode where we just get some guests in and answer, do a little Q&A. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, that would be good. That would be good. A little Q&A.
We can do a little Q&A because there's plenty of questions that up and coming DJs want answers to. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, and that's what I like. I like to be able to. I like the fact that we can help upcoming DJs. I feel that's one of the major things. Like when you get into this game, for some strange reason, people don't like to share information.
Yeah.
Not everyone, don't get me wrong, but some people don't want to share information. But I feel like there's enough food for everyone to eat, bro. You get what I'm saying? There's enough events for everyone to play at. So it's better that we all just share it and get everybody like up to speed. So that we have a thriving industry. It's better that the industry thrives by having loads of top DJs, like DJs that have got a high caliber, as opposed to having loads of crap ones and then a few good ones. Because then that means the average party is going to be shit.
Yeah, definitely.
Do you get what I'm saying? So it's better that everyone's good than the average party is good because we ultimately do it for the people. Do you get what I'm saying?
Definitely.
So the man are moving slow today, Aya.
Oh, they were saying, Rod, what's happening?
Let me double check that I've sent out the correct information.
Saying.
Yeah, man, I sent out the right thing, man.
Oh yeah, if you're not subscribed already, make sure you subscribe. If you're not following on SoundCloud, make sure you follow.
It's quite
like. We're getting a few comments on the YouTube as well, so people are getting interactive. Bro, it's good still.
I can't wait for lockdown to be over though, and then we can take it to the studio.
Definitely. But I think I know we might need to do as well. We might do a couple interviews via the Deck 1, Deck 2 page. Just chat to a few DJs. There's loads of DJs that might never come on a podcast, you know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
But they might want to have a little chat and find out, their journey and that. You know what I mean?
I think I might have sent out the wrong. I think I might have sent out the wrong details. So let me double check this.
So while you was doing a great intro,
nobody could get through.
You was messing up the actual podcast.
Yeah, well, bro, that's multitasking. That's not really my thing, you know.
Oh,
remember, and anyway, I wouldn't have to multitask if you didn't have 1G Wi-Fi, bro. I wouldn't have to do it all on my own. You get me?
I knew that was coming.
Yeah, bro. So it's actually your fault.
Okay, we'll blame me.
Yeah, it's actually your fault, man.
Yeah, I hear that.
Go on. So you're saying actually do like a Q&A live on the Insta or something?
Yeah. Just get maybe some known DJs that might never come on the podcast or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because not everybody's gonna come on the podcast. Some DJs don't want to come on the podcast.
Here we go. We got number one rolling in now. Let's see who we got here.
The WWE moment.
WWE moment. The Royal Rumble moment. Man.
Countdown.
Yeah, you get me. Let's see who we got here. Connection.
Yes.
What's good, bro?
Mr. Houdini.
Okay, turn up your sound.
My sound, yeah?
Yeah, there you go. That's perfect.
Yeah.
Hey, so who we got here? Come introduce yourself, bro.
Mr. Houdini, aka Mr. Hot Chocolate in the building.
Jeez! Hear that?
There's intros there,
Hot chocolate. All right, we got next one rolling in. Who's this next one rolling in now? Hey! We got the look. Is that what's that? Liverpool top.
Bro, what's that top, bro?
What is that top, bro?
Bro, what's that top, bro?
Who's that?
Hello.
Welcome. Introduce yourself, bro.
Yes, people. Djay-R here. Sweet Boys Entertainment, Rights Academy. Just joining up. Thank you for the invite, C6 Fats. It's a pleasure.
It's all good, my bro. All
No
good.
problem, mate.
We've got a couple more rolling in, but yeah. So whilst we're waiting for the arrival of the others, let's give you a little bit of insight on what we want to talk about today. So as you know, there's so many different aspects of DJing, and I think the average person looks at DJing and thinks of a nightclub. So I've invited a lot of DJs here today that do other things, and that can open up people's eyes to a whole world of different events that require music. All right, hold on, we got one more here. Hold on, let's see who's rolling in. We've got someone rolling in right now. Who's this? Who's this rolling in? This is like the Royal Rumble, you know, when they just run into the ring.
No countdown, boy. Just run in.
Running in, boy. All right, so here we go. Welcome. Introduce yourself, sir. Can you hear me?
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, introduce yourself, bro.
Me, Milktray. Hi.
That's it. You know them humble ones there, yeah?
You don't need intro, you know. When you see that beard, you just know.
You just know what time it is, man.
Come on. Stop all this.
So good look. So yeah, so what I was saying is, yeah, so it's today's show, we're going to introduce people to the world of DJing outside of the club.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people are like, especially some up-and-coming DJs, think that the club is the only goal, the only place to be. But there's a whole world outside there. Like you can go through a whole year of DJing and be active every single week and never hit a club.
Yeah, true.
You get what I'm saying? So it's a way of explaining to people what's out there and hopefully helping some people get those kind of works and helping them understand, and maybe also encouraging people that have events that we're going to speak about that haven't actually had a DJ yet.
Yeah.
Like say, oh, maybe next time, or recommend a DJ, and then, you know, that'll be another booking for one of us, hopefully. You know what I mean? So it'll be good. Oh, we got someone running in the building, man. I'm not a wrestling fan. What did they say?
I don't know. I can't remember.
Let's get who's coming in the building? Who's coming in the ring next?
Who could it be?
Who could it be? Let's see. Hey, jeez.
Hey, Jay.
Yo.
That beard is looking mighty dark, bro. I'm not going to lie.
Bro.
Welcome.
Yeah.
Can you hear us? Check, sound check. Can you hear us?
Houdini,
Yo,
is there any way you could move just for a little there slightly better?
but yeah, hold on.
Yeah.
You know what? I know what I'm gonna do.
Celeba, what one?
Check.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, hello. Oh, hello.
Hey, all right. Welcome. Introduce yourself, bro.
Yes.
No, man came with the mic, you know, like he's doing a set.
I thought everyone was going with the mic. You get me? I thought everyone was doing it. I'm plugged up. What's up? I'm ready to go.
I love that. Man's plugged up. I love that.
I feel like an idiot now.
No, don't be.
No, man, it just proves that you're ready for everything.
I'm ready, man.
I'm saying. You got to look at it, you know. Look at it. One man's in his studio.
Yeah.
One man's plugged up, ready to go.
Ready.
One man's just chilling, just looks like he's watching Coronation Street, and one man's chilling in a weird football top. I don't know. So it's a bit mad. It's a bit mad. But listen, welcome everyone for agreeing to come on the podcast today. And as I said just before you came, Celeb, I just want to talk about DJing outside of the club.
Mm-hmm.
The pros, the cons. I want to hear the stories. I want to hear how you get it. If you prefer it, do you like it? Is the money good? You know what I mean? Like, so hopefully we can have a frank discussion about it. And it is also to dispel some myths that if you're not in the club, that you're not relevant or you're not active. because that sometimes is
Coronavirus?
what people think. Huh?
No virus man here, you know. Think the ray of day keeps everything away.
Oh man.
That's the way of day, you know. But yeah, so it's to dispel some of those myths, because some people, obviously, if they don't see certain people active in the clubs, they think that's it. They're gone, they're forgotten about. But there is a whole new world out there. So what we'll do, I'll just kick off with the questions. All right, so the first one then, let's just talk about all right, you know what? Furthermore, let's just put it out there and ask, what type of bookings that do you guys get outside of the club? Like,
Well, for me,
yeah,
I'll get all kind of bookings. There was a stage when I was getting bookings that were literally just 50 plus.
What, the age?
Age.
Yeah.
For a good few months, 50 plus.
Yeah.
But other than that, I normally get everything, ranging from christenings, funerals, weddings, engagements.
Yeah.
I can't lie. I love the 50 pluses, you know. Those are my favorites.
Oh, no, they are very good.
Nah, those are my favorites, the 50 plus. I could play better at 50 plus than I could play for my own age.
Yeah?
Yep.
You know, I find though, I'm not gonna lie, I've played for some big people. I remember playing once, yeah, at someone's 50th wedding anniversary, yeah.
Mm.
And you know, like, so you know, you got a draw for some tune, innit?
You got a draw.
But they came up to me and asked me for something, yeah. I never heard of it. Google never heard of it. But they wanted it, and I was on some like, oh my days, what is this? I could call my dad, you know, like, you got to do the research ones.
Yeah.
And he was like, well, if you don't have that, play this, and it might work. You know what I mean? Then I had to play. I remember it. I had to play. They asked for a song. I can't remember the name of the song, but they didn't have it. And my dad was like, all right, you're gonna have to play Al Capone, Guns Don't Argue, to balance it. And then it kind of worked down. You get what I'm saying? But that's big people. So sometimes it's entering a territory that is a bit scary, but the when you play good, when you draw a tune.
Yeah.
When they say, boy, what you know about that tune there? That's
Yeah. Do you know what I find, yeah? What I find is, like, you see, like, DJs like maybe older than us, the older generation, they kind of stuck to one genre. You know what I mean? They either played the reggae roots and culture music, or they played the, you know what I mean, the rare grooves and But you didn't get like from that generation a DJ that played everything like well as well. Do you know what I mean? Play like well. So when I step into the rave and I'm not playing the bait stuff, you know. You get me? I'm going deep, and they're like, yes, good upbringing. You get me? I'm like, yeah. You know what I mean? Because my parents are rustlers. They don't play with music. You understand me? Every day, every Tuesday morning. The Rasta man skank was out. Full effect.
Mad. So what type of events do you play at then? Because I see you all over the shop.
Yeah. It's my full-time thing, man. I ain't had a job in 20 years, bruv. So like I've invested in myself, and I make sure, do you get me, that I'm ready for anything. I'm ready for anything. I do christenings. They're long, boy. I've done 12 to 12. I mean, man can't do 12 till 12, you know. That's a serious set.
On your own?
Huh?
On your own?
Yeah, I'm on.
What up?
Yeah, one up. You know what I mean? When I'm getting to the toilet, I got to put that loop. I got to put on a nice loop. You get me to run to the toilet, you get me? Come back and then leg out the loop, you get me?
You know what? That there, yeah, is the training that these things give you, because I've had long sessions like that. You know, like the christening that they get back from the church early, and you're drawing tune from 2 o'clock.
Yeah.
But they're not done until 2 o'clock.
Yeah.
You got to draw a tune. But you know what? In saying that, I've played 10 hours without going to the toilet. You know, like, it's only when you think about it, you think, raw, tid, like.
I've done that a couple times.
I played 10 hours. The man didn't offer me no food. You understand me?
At a wedding, I played at a wedding. No food was offered. So I had to go on my phone, look up and see what was close,
All right.
and go and run. It was me and my DJ partner. We had to go run and go and get something to eat.
Wow.
Yeah, they forget about the DJ regular boy.
The
But
thing is, I put that in the terms and conditions.
That's what I was gonna say. You don't make choice in kind of like the rider, the wedding rider.
That's
You
in
know,
my-
when we have meetings, I will say everything. I'll say about food. And they all say, yeah.
No.
But you see on the day,
No, it's
not
in my
dealing with
paperwork.
the bride and the groom.
No, it's in my paperwork. That's the thing.
All right.
It's in my paperwork. So
I have to say, Mr. Milktray, I learn a lot from you know, bruv. I learn a lot.
I love that.
I've done over 100 weddings. I promise you that, over 100, and I've never ever sent through any kind of paperwork. But you see my next wedding, just because you said it, bro. Oh, the contract is gonna be long.
Yeah. The thing is, you always get promised the world all the time. You always get promised the world. Listen, you're gonna be well fed and well watered. They all chat shit, and you're like, yeah. On the day now, it's like, you see, if it's a buffet wedding, I don't ramp. You know, I'm not shy. I'm going in it.
Go up and get in it.
I might even go just after the top table. You know, like I might be. I'm getting the pick of the chicken. You know,
That is the hungry belly, you know.
Yeah.
So sometimes you have to investigate the food. You can't just pick up food and think that everything's all right. You know?
No. I pick it up, and then investigate when I get back to my table.
Start sorting through it after.
And then
Nothing like that. There's
tissue
nothing.
over it when you finish.
Yeah.
All right, Djay-R, what type of thing? I see you doing I see you doing stuff for like mad corporate events and stuff like that. What kind of things you doing?
Yeah, so I do like a lot of corporates, a lot of weddings and clubs. DJing is not my full-time job because I run my business with which got DJing in it. So DJing is in line with my day job. But majority of the time it's corporates, clubs, and weddings mainly. And then I do quite a lot of good corporate events, and everything's all in contract. So like you said, Celebrity, like everything I do, everything's got to be contracted, deposit, everything, because like now, like obviously a lot of events have been shut off, but because I put that deposit, you know what I'm saying, it's kind of covered me and secured the job for when it comes back. You know what I'm saying? So like I do a lot of I was gonna say celebrity events. I do a lot of corporates, weddings, and clubs. I do christenings and them things there. One thing that I don't do though, I don't do funerals. I'm not gonna lie.
Why is that?
You know, I was gonna say that, but I was waiting for you to finish. I hate it.
Why don't
I just feel uncomfortable. Like, I don't know how to play it. Like, am I celebrating? Am I mourning?
You know what it is? You see with a funeral,
yeah.
That's the same thing. I treat it like a wedding, innit? I'll sit down with the people then and find out what they want. Because some people want their funerals to be like a celebration of life. Want it to be like a party and vibes. And then there's other people, they want it to be like background music.
Yeah. No, but I've almost been told off. I've been told off before. Do you know what I mean? Only because the person that's booked me wanted something, but the grand and everybody else wanted something totally different. Do you know what I mean? And on top of that, oh man, do you know what the worst one was for me? Yeah, I played, you know, like I'm trying to just build a vibe, you get me? And I played Lauryn Hill and the joy of my heart in Zion. And she started crying. Like she started crying, like bawling her eyes out. Like they had to take her out of the room. And then it was like, oh yeah, that was I don't know, her daughter's or sister's favorite tune. And you know, but nobody told me. Do you understand? No one said do not play Lauryn Hill.
You know what? That's another thing I ask. I always ask, is there anything you don't want to hear?
Well, I'm learning.
That's another
But
thing
it
I
is
always
though.
ask.
You know what though, yeah? You must understand this. Sometimes the person who books you will ruin the whole party.
Yeah.
You have to almost be like, look, it's fine. Music is sorted, because they want to hear the same shit over and over again, or they want you to pull up something like, or play it again like 2 songs later. Yeah. The birthday girl wants it, and it's like, whoa, or they tell you not to play something. Now, obviously, we all know Candy is like the wedding. That's like the wedding party starter.
That's the private function.
Bro, that's what I'm saying. I've been told under no circumstances play Candy at this particular wedding. Gone to the wedding, everyone is asking for Candy. Everyone. The mom, the husband, the husband's mom, everyone that I'm not supposed to say no to is asking, but the bride is on like, no.
Yeah.
And I'm like, wow, okay. I had to convince her. And then when I did eventually play it, who was dancing the most?
The front. Leading the crowd.
That's long. That's long.
Bro.
I had a scenario like that. And the way basically they were saying, look, Milk, we want you to put, like, you see on the bashment, just go in. Don't worry about the edits. It's gonna be ton up. The crowd is like not gonna be that. Like the aunties and uncles, they're leaving at 8, and after that, we just want to hear.
Oh boy,
non-edits.
Lasco.
They wanted full Lasco.
They wanted Lasco. Lasco wicked.
They wanted all of that. So when I get to the wedding now, I'm looking at the tables. The audience is predominantly aunties, uncles, work colleagues, and just general different types of people. So it wasn't the audience that they said. So when I'm like doing the background stuff, and then like later on they're looking for the turn up, I said to them just before the turn up, because I was master of ceremony as well. I explained to them that you're not gonna get all of that today, And they were like, why? And I was like, well, they were like, no, don't worry about it. You can do it. Boom, boom, boom. I'm like, what you have to understand is that I could do that and then lose a potential customer, because
reputation.
You've got work colleagues here. You've got your aunties. You've got your cousins, your uncles, like you've got so many different people here who are potential clientele. And if I come out and start playing all the cartel and popcorn and alkaline non-edit,
your pussy tighty, your pussy
tighty, all of that now.
And it makes you look so small. It makes you look so small.
The eyes, you just see the eyes looking at you.
Yeah, like there was a wedding I did last year, and they had another DJ there. So the sound was provided by them, and I came into DJ and master of ceremony. So we were kind of alternating. So I took a break, and then the other DJs came on, bicycle. So I'm outside with my cousin, and I'm like, so as DJs, I'm sure and entertained, we're constantly listening.
Yeah. Even when you're not listening, you're listening.
So I can hear, I can tell by the first note that this version of bicycle is not clean.
From the first note.
You know that bit? I can tell. I was like, cause that's not gonna be clean. I go to the door and I'm standing by the door, and then you just heard, I said, the groom then just took it, Milks, now. So, like, I think people need to also be really, really mindful about what I was just saying before, because you've always got, potential clientele around you. So as much as the person who's booked you may want this, you have to think about your brand, your reputation, because that's what's going to carry you for how many years to come.
Well,
so
like,
based on,
go on. Referring to like the cleans and that, like, to be fair, everything I get is all clean. To be fair, I don't really play no dirty edits. Like,
wow, that's practice.
But that's that's the balance that you've got, because you see, the club, all right. So for the guys who do the club, the more club bookings, it's a sin to play the clean version.
I've doubled up on everything, bruv.
Yeah, it's a sin.
Doubled on everything.
So what you'll find that the clean one, the guys who got all the cleans, will be doing more of the corporates and stuff, and they don't trip up. Yeah. But the guys that trip up are the guys that try and do best of both. You know what I mean? So one day you're playing, ride on the cocky, and then the next thing you want to just ride on the whatever the edit.
You know
what I mean? It just always trips you up. But saying in terms of what you were saying here, Milks, is how do you get the bookings? Obviously, you just spoke about losing potential clients. So how, obviously, we all know that the SPE are like the wedding generals. You might as well open a flipping registry office, bro, and just marry people.
So I married them,
and then just do the party for them at the same time.
Then I send it to Jay.
Yeah.
Okay,
No. In fact, I think T21 should marry them, Because that way, if they get through that, then it was meant to be. Yeah? If they get through that, because he will make sure.
It's deadly serious.
You know what I mean? But yeah, so obviously, you spoke about potential clientele. So is that how you get most of your clients? How does somebody get into DJing at weddings? How?
For I feel I can speak for the team on their behalf. As a collective, we started doing weddings and stuff quite a while ago, and then this was kind of round. So at the time, Facebook was the dominant platform, and then Instagram was just slowly creeping in. And I think there was 1 year where T was on like between Facebook and Insta and documenting the weddings. Now at this time on Insta, remember we only had like 15 seconds. So, and then T kind of came up with this whole kind of creating the hashtag. So wedding number 1 of 20 or whatever, collectively as a team. So I think there was 1 year where I think we pushed about 30. And it's just really being able to put yourself in a position to not only use your social media, but it's always going to come back to word of mouth.
Yeah, I was going to say that.
Because now what people do is they use your social media as the reference.
Yeah.
So instead of, can I have a mix CD or can I listen to your SoundCloud? They'll just go to your Insta or whatever.
That's your CV.
Or they'll go to your YouTube channel, that kind of thing. And then they'll use that, as you said, as your CV. And then they will come back to you. So there's been a lot of scenarios where people have referred somebody, a couple, to my page and then said, all right, I get what you're saying now. Then, the contact happens via the email or the phone number or whatever. And then, the ball keeps rolling from there. But it's really down to word of mouth. And that's why I think collectively, we've all, within the team, so there's myself, Djay-R and T21, we're all self-sufficient now. So at one point, we were collectively doing weddings, maybe 2 of us together or 3 of us together, and then splitting that money. And then I remember one day T said, no, like, Milks, you get your own set. Jay's literally just got his, I've got mine. And then, because there was a weekend a few years ago, and that's why Jay's smiling right now. I think even we even...
Yeah, you gave me one.
Yeah, like there was a day, this day in August, there was like 5 to 6 weddings.
Wow.
Literally all on the same day.
They gave me one, guys.
Yeah, so we gave Steve
one. They paid me 40 quid.
One dude didn't call me, boy.
SPE don't even take that for like a smidgen of a phone call. But yeah, like, so it was very important for us to be self-sufficient. And then we kind of shared the information with each other, like, and just the do's and the don'ts. So it's very similar to what we're doing now. But, within the team, we kind of share that. So I bought a DJ booth. I said, Jay, need to get one. Jay was like, cool. He's like, you need to get a preamp and a sub and you need to get this done. And then, like, we've all kind of built up our own stuff. So at any point...
Sorry, Milktray, because people might not understand what you're talking about. So as well as obviously going there as a DJ,
yeah,
you're also bringing your own equipment.
Yeah. So because what we were doing...
That's what you're also doing.
Yeah, because what we were doing in the early days, we would phone up our sound man, Magnum. Big up to those who've worked on Magnum set. I know Sia and probably Houdini and that. So we would phone him. He would bring in the set it all up, and then we would play on it, help him pack it down, and then off he goes. But then you're splitting the money.
You're breaking
bread. So imagine somebody would book me. Imagine if they book me, Jay, and T21, and then we've got to bring in Mags as well. It's hot wings and chips money. Get me? So like we all decided to just be self-sufficient. So like we've all got our own sets, all got our own booths, cordless mics, extras. We've got lights. So
tuxedos.
Yeah. Come on.
You got the cannons and that as well. You got the
No, we haven't got the cannons.
Oh, you don't do that.
We got the link for it. We got the link for it.
We got the link. We got the link.
Okay.
But like, it's very important that like with weddings and events you do that, like we reinvested in our equipment, so we just don't. Now we're self-sufficient. We don't just take our money and go and spend it on whatever. A proportion goes here and a proportion goes on reinvesting in the equipment, sound equipment, making our sound a lot better, getting things to make us more professional. So like the lights and smoke machine.
Bro,
and all
the stuff I've got is ridiculous, bruv. For everything, kids parties, candy floss.
Yeah. Supa's got candy floss machine.
Bubbles, slush machine. I'm doing it all. I'm doing it all. One man in a car, not even in a van, you know, in a car. In a car.
But I guess it's important to have that equipment. But this is something that we learned a while ago. Back in the day, Houdini and I were in a sound, Blaze It Up, and equipment was the major thing in it. So, but this is where we differed at the beginning, because I'm club guy, heartbeat at the party. I want to be in the club. Houdini's like, listen, we got a wedding today and a christening tomorrow. I'm saying, cool. What time? So this is Saturday. So we got a wedding on Saturday, and then we got a christening on Sunday. I'm like, cool. So that means we got time to go to the club. He's like, bro, I'm going to sleep, innit? Because I got this christening tomorrow. He saved me enough times, because he will go and sit up while I'm drawing Zs. You know what I'm saying? But the point is, having the equipment enabled us to be able to get bookings outside of the club. And, you know, I'm talking from when we had those. Remember when we had them passive speakers?
Yep.
The tinny ones.
Yeah.
But they worked. They were loud.
They were good enough for that time being.
That time. You know what I'm saying? But it enabled us to see a whole new clientele, a whole new set of people, and get a whole new understanding of events outside of the club. So for someone like myself, who literally was like, bro, nah, come on, let's go to the rave. I used to want to rave straight after the wedding, in the wedding clothes. Houdini's like, nah, let's go home, bro. Let's go home.
Go home.
Get home.
That's it.
Let's go home. So I had to learn that, you know, they are there's a place for both. Do you get what I'm saying? So in terms of like weddings and stuff, like why I've selected you guys in particular here, for someone like Milktray, he's definitely still in the clubs. Supa's definitely still in the clubs, but I know Houdini's pulled back from the clubs and is a lot more focused on private events. So for people that don't know, like Houdini and I still, like, our team is still very strong, but we just focus on different elements. Do you get what I'm saying? So he would do a lot more of the private things, and if the clubs come, I will do that. And sometimes we link up and do the private events together.
In the beginning, we had the club bookings. We had loads of club bookings. Like even when Glamour was with us, there's all three of us, and we had a few bookings a night. And then after a while, things slowed down a little piece, and then the private bookings started to come in it. So that's when I thought, all right, cool. And that's when I think you just got your laptop, and you had transferred everything from your CDs onto your laptop first. So you started using the laptop first, and I was still using the CDs. But then the private bookings started to come. So that's when I said to C, yeah, man, look, private bookings are coming. I like doing I don't mind doing the clubs, but I actually like doing the private bookings and setting the pace. No one's stepping on no one's toes or anything like that. You just set how you want it to be, innit? So I got more involved into the private bookings, and that's been going good for me.
But I think for myself, it's been a very conscious decision, because I feel like with regards to the club circuit and with regards to our circuit, there's a very, very clear glass ceiling with regards to how much you can make, and how far you can progress in it. Obviously with the lack of venues, etc. The thing is, when I think about it, our circuit is probably the only circuit who is still pretty much charging the same money that we were charging 10, 15 years ago with regards to not only coming into the functions, but how much promoters are willing to pay DJs. And then obviously there's a vicious circle, and we could talk about that for forever. So my decision a little while ago was to start really staying away as much as I needed to away from the clubs, because I could, like, this year, this calendar year, for example, I had 36 weddings.
Wow.
Penciled, like fully ready to go, 36. And more were coming in for this year. So financially, the club thing is then an option. I don't need, like, if C phoned me and said, look, I'm doing this thing, boom, 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 cool. Like, if anybody on this screen was to like say I'm doing a rave or whatever, cool. But I decided that I didn't need to. Because again, financially, I would rather go and do a wedding for a day and finish at 12, 12:30, maybe an hour drive if it's out. And to be honest, I must know, let me just put this in now. If you're going to get into like weddings or, you know, bookings when you're out of London, for me now, if it's more than an hour drive, then you're paying for overnight stay. And that's just in the agreement. Job. So, but yeah, I just kind of decided to kind of maybe move away from the club circuit, because that glass ceiling, I know what I'm worth as a DJ. I know what my social media is worth as an outlet. So me coming to do a rave and getting paid $150 when I could do my own event and make way more, or do a few weddings and just be very, very good, makes more sense to me.
I feel like I need to get to where you got to, man. But do you know what? If I'm honest with you, if I did, I feel like I'd miss the clubs. I'm there in the clubs because I love it, and also I need it to fill in the gaps. Do you know what I mean? For just basic survival. But I feel like if I just focused on the corporates and the weddings and stuff, I feel like I'll miss the clubs, you know.
I don't know, because I think what I'm noticing now is that there are a lot more private functions happening in venues. So like a birthday party isn't now just in a hall. People are using somewhere, clubs, bars, etc. Like that. You know, Riva. I do so many private bookings in Riva. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, it's mad.
Do you know what I mean? Like, big up Ginger. Yeah, like I go in there. I know, like there was I think last year, I think September, I was in Riva every weekend for like 5 weekends straight, all private.
Yeah, it's mad. It's mad.
So
that is the private spot, isn't it?
Yeah,
a lot of
I don't know.
people
Like, I'm not saying that I don't. I've kind of definitely moved away from the clubs, but again, I don't feel like it's where I want to be now.
So let me ask you a question. So obviously we spoke a lot about the financial side of it, because obviously, and just to let people know, just so it doesn't sound like it's some overcharging thing, you earn more because you do more, you provide more, and you're there for a longer time. It isn't because we overcharge. I can say safely that I don't know any of us here. I've got celebrity done a was it a funeral? It was a funeral that I asked you to do for me, innit? Yeah. So like, and you know, we all charge a reasonable amount. We're not like them people that hear wedding and slap £500 on top. That's not what we do. We were very reasonable. But obviously we're speaking about finance. Do you have more fun at weddings than in the club?
I do.
100%.
I do. Yeah.
You get to set pace.
Yeah.
In the club, everyone's not really focused on you in the club. Where at a wedding, everyone is actually focused on you and listening to you.
You know, in saying that, yeah, I prefer. All right, I just love DJing, innit? But there are things that piss me off. Now, I got this wedding once, yeah, and I went to meet the bride. It was I think it was I can't even remember their nationality, Turkish or something. And I couldn't. The woman was driving me crazy just by the meeting. She's driving me crazy. Driving me crazy, crazy, crazy. I had to give the wedding to Houdini just because I just know. You know what I'm talking about? The lady from up North London. You remember I'm talking about?
Oh, the Jewish and Portuguese one.
Blood.
I gave it away, you know.
Bro, listen.
The Jewish and Portuguese one, I remember. Yeah.
The money was decent, but she was too much.
Like a bride from hell.
I remember, she was a bridezilla because I remember she didn't want no. See, like when everyone's eating, you play a little background music, innit? She said no background music because they're supposed to be doing something. I said, "Are you sure?" Yeah. So on the day, they're running a bit behind schedule, and everyone's eating now. Everyone's looking at me. They go, "Wow, why ain't he playing no music?" A couple of people start coming up to me and said, "Oh, can you play some music, please?" I said, "I'm sorry, but the bride and groom said to me, they're supposed to be doing something, no background music. So if you want to speak to them, you can speak to them. And if they give me the okay, then that's fine, no problem." In the end, they had to come to me and say, "Yeah, can you play some background music?" And even another wedding now, random lady come up to me, I don't know who she was, because she was none of the people that I met, and said, can you not play no Djay-R music? What does that mean? Tell me. What does it mean?
No reggae.
No Djay-R. So no Rasta music?
No.
So what? No Jacure.
No songs.
No Jacure.
Word.
No Jaru.
In it.
No Jaru. Oh man.
No Brahim. Like, what do you mean? Like, what is this?
You see, like, if Djay-R is standing, can't play that. It says Djay-R.
See? So you don't know the words of some of the songs, but you just know the beat.
That's what I was gonna say. You have to know your library. You have to know your tunes in order to even
And the thing
know
is,
how to do that.
when they told me what religion they was, I'd never heard of it.
No Djay-R.
No Djay-R. And then they had
No, when you got to sing the songs first. Zim Zimmer, who's got the key? There's no Djay-R in this one. There's no Djay-R in this one. Murder, she wrote. No, there's no Djay-R. We can play this one.
That is one I had, yeah. One of you lot might have had one of these, but I had a booking where we couldn't play any. Is it secular music? So we couldn't play anything that had anything to do with like sex, the gay community, anything like that.
Oh yeah. I've had those. Yeah.
And we was playing for like 4 hours. We just had to play funky house, garage,
Bare beat music. This beat.
Afro beats,
Minimal vocal.
like, bro, you know how much you don't realize how much music that wipes out when you can't play music like that. And
No, do you know what though? Now that you said that, kids parties, my word, I'm telling you, every song that is out that the kids want to listen to,
Oh my days.
ain't talking about nothing constructive, bruv.
The song that they want a song that came out yesterday.
Yeah.
When you're sitting there listening to
They want the clip.
even the mild ones, even like the Chris Brown songs and all that. When you're actually listening to these songs,
Yeah, I know.
Fam.
You know, when it comes to kids parties, see me, yeah, I'm an uncle, you know, because I will play at a kids party, and you see if I see one little girl twerking, I'm stopping the songs.
No, it's not
Yeah.
And the
Same,
thing is,
same,
yeah,
same.
it's not even my place. I don't even know the parents. I just think
None of that around there.
But I feel like, hey. And
But some of the parents will let them do it though, bro. Like some of the parents will stand there, let them do twerking, and it's normal.
Some of the parents are encouraging it, bro.
Yeah, bro. I'm like, nah.
Go in the middle and do that.
Nah.
So how do you not get around that? Like there's a tune, like whatever it is,
Just
work.
change up the vibe.
Like how do you get around it?
I ain't got it.
You know,
I ain't got it.
I ain't got it. To be honest, I feel like this is the downside for me in with like events like this is like especially for weddings and stuff. You see, like I'm up for the different cultures. Like last year I played at an Indian and a Jamaican wedding.
Mhm.
Turn up. The Indian family, they outdone the Jamaicans by listen.
Yeah.
They're
Outdone them.
Them Indian weddings are like concerts, bro.
Yo,
Djay-R does them all the time.
Bro,
Yeah.
they are like they've got peace to spend, fam.
Yeah,
And you see
it's
that
a
in
full
you like
day thing as well.
yeah, you see that the Asian community, it's all about like who does the best wedding in it. So a lot of them put the money in, and they've got like this, like concerts, bruv. They got like an LED wall that's massive.
20 bags.
Yeah.
20 bags to hire it.
Fam, it's mad. Like, they, I can see what you're saying. Like, they are putting in P's. It's free bar, free everything. Nobody pay that.
All night. No cap. It's not cap.
No, it's not cap. Like, if you charge it, Asian, like in the Asian Bollywood kind of weddings, them kind of weddings, right? If you pay people to buy drinks at your wedding, it's frowned upon, and you'll get cussed up.
All right, have you not ever been asked about a booking, given your price, and the way they said yes, wish you added more? Has that happened to you? You're like, yeah, just give me 6 bills, and they're like, 6, oh great, lovely. You're like, oh,
and then are you sure? Are you sure? Nah, I'm not sure. Like, they used to change it up. Nah, six for the basic.
Yeah. Where did you say it was again?
Yeah.
Where's it again?
6 is the bronze package, but if you want a platinum, but yeah. So,
that happened to me once. Like about 6-7 years ago, I did a wedding for a girl, and I didn't really know her background too tough. I just knew her from school, but she rang me. She said, "I'm doing a wedding here." I was like, "Cool." I gave her a price, so I thought, "Right, it's kind of expensive." Fam, she's like, "Yeah, right. What's your bank details?" I was like, "Raw." Put it in, bro. She put it in about 10 minutes after the phone call, bro. Just quick things. Went to the wedding now. I said, "Oh, can you set?" She said, No. Got to the wedding. She's got full PA system, lighting, LED wall. And now I'm setting up now. I look on the sheet of the paper, like the invoice there, for the equipment hire. £2,500, bro. I charged her some nickel, but I was upset, bro. So that burned me still. So from then, I learned a lot. I learned a lot.
You let them know what services you can provide.
Yeah. That's what I do. So now, within my wedding and kind of packages, I can play as a DJ, and then I can be your master of ceremony as well. And that's really what has pushed my wedding business like up a lot. Because
how do you find that?
It's amazing.
I did it last year. I think I've done it about 3 times. I did it last year. I think I knew the groom, so when you know the groom, it's nice because I got to tell some stories about him or whatever. But seeing you do it, we were supposed to be on a wedding together in where was it, in Greece this year?
Yeah, Athens this year.
Yeah. But obviously the COVID thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, I wanted to know, like, how does it feel to be a master of ceremony, especially if you don't know the family? How do you get on with that?
To be honest, a lot of the weddings that I do, I don't actually personally know them. There was one wedding I did, which would be 2 years ago. Good friend of mine now, Denise and her family. We'd never met. We'd kind of everything was done via email. But I was the master of ceremony for the day and then the DJ. And like, I think the biggest compliment was when one of their aunties came up to me and said, "Oh, like, how long have you known the family?" I'm like, "Probably about 2 hours." She was like, "What are you talking about?" I was like, "Yeah, like I've never met grandma and all of that." But she's like, "But you're talking to grandma like 10 minutes ago," and sat down with her. And I think it's just being able to understand your audience and just kind of like, so even when you get there early, you get a sense of, from a master ceremony point of view, you can see the characters.
Yeah, you can see the characters within the crowd and the audience. So you're like, all right, cool. I can maybe catch a little vibe with that one on that table and that one there, and maybe, even the catering team, and it all kind of brings the atmosphere together. But to be honest, it's been an amazing addition to my business. So have you ever like run joke with Uncle Trevor and get the look like raw?
No,
don't do it.
I can imagine Milktray plays it safe. I can imagine he plays it so safe.
I'm super safe.
Yeah, safe. That's what scares me, because I don't know how to be safe. Like, I'm definitely gonna take that risk.
No, I don't take that risk. I don't do it. I'm super safe. Like, Jay will tell you. He see that I'm super.
I can imagine.
Like straight down the line. There's no kind of nah.
Nah. I would like to test the waters and just be like, what? Not funny? All right, cool. Moving on.
Yeah, sometimes when you add stuff like that, if you can fix it,
Yeah.
okay.
You bounce back, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, what about what you see, this is the thing that puts me off. I hate families that are dry.
Oh.
Dry. And you know you're doing your thing.
Your best, yeah.
Let me tell you
No,
about
you're not doing your best. You're not doing your best, you know. You're doing the thing because there's a couple serious head nods and the bar, you know, like the caterers usually like but the family just dry.
Yeah. Even worse than that, I've done a wedding where the two families didn't get on.
Oh my days.
Oh. What you say the Montagues and the Capulets, yeah?
The speeches were horrible. Oh my gosh.
Wow.
Like, you know, like peer sly digs at the other family and stuff. It was hot. Like the whole room was tense, really tense. And there's not a lot you could do about it.
Go on, Houdini. Did you have something you wanted to say, Houdini?
No, it was slightly off, but a christening that I played at where no one could dance.
Yeah.
No, what? No, what do you mean?
What do you mean? They're stiff.
Everybody was stiff, but how can you go somewhere and no one hadn't got no movement?
Hold on. Were they allowed to dance?
They were fully allowed, but it's like they had no movement whatsoever.
This is
Wow.
strange.
Definitely not my problem.
Dance to the base of the treble.
But that's what I'm saying.
I was just amazed.
But do these things put you off? Because these are the things that, all right, at first, I would get disheartened. Because I'm like, raw, hold on. All right, see, when I have wedding meetings with people, yeah, so, you know, like, so you get your booking and then I always arrange to meet them, sit down with them, and because I want their expectations, I want them to understand what's going to happen.
Yeah.
So you got to know, the evening guests come at 7, for example, yeah, let's just do basic. Your evening guests come at 7, the evening buffet opens at 7, yeah? But the first dance is at 6, yeah, or 6:30. Then the evening gets the buffet open. Then they get a picture booth. Just know your party is not going to start yet. Yeah, please, people, you can't compete with food. Yeah?
No,
You can't compete with food, and people just come in and photo booth and a bag of picnic running around. But you see, from 9:30 onwards, just that's your time. Please don't expect too much too early.
Yeah, but I think, like you said, straight to cut, you see, that's where we need to come in and manage expectations. So, like, even before the day, I think it's not necessary, but a lot of my business is now kind of helping to consult with them. So not even just managing their expectations, but if you kind of say, well, look, this is how, because some people have wedding planners, some don't, etc. Some have a little bit of experience, some have no experience. And you can get that from, you know, the conversations on the phone and the wedding meeting. But it's a case of really managing their expectations. So you kind of, obviously, we're all experienced in this. So you know how a wedding day goes, like just like you said. So if we know that it's our duty really to then manage that expectation and say to them, look, you see, at this point, when the food comes and the photo booth is here and the kids are like, we're not gonna start. So just understand that, because a lot of people feel like as soon as the ceremony's happened, the photos are done, if everybody's come in, everybody's eaten, the speeches, boom, 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 we have a little break, first dance, and then they feel like from 7:30, it's gone.
Yeah.
But you know, sorry to cut you, Milks. I always believe when it comes to weddings, you don't need more than 3 hours of dancing time.
Yeah. That's to be honest, you don't.
That's not what they believe.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
You need no more than 3 hours tops.
That's why we need to manage their expectations, because when they're thinking in their head, remember, they're just going off the weddings that they've been to, the wedding that they just looked at on YouTube, which is like a 3-minute clip. Yeah. And then they want to, you know, they're like, oh, I want that. I want that, and I want that from like, we're gonna finish the food, start and then finish food at 7:30, and I want that, and we're gonna finish at 12.
Everyone up, tables out, everyone up. Let's go.
It's not that, and it's really for us in those meetings and those conversations to manage those expectations, because that will take a lot of pressure off you, because the last thing you want is the bride standing over there with her face bent up. You know what I mean? Because then next thing you know, everybody, babe, what's wrong? I thought it was gonna start turning up now. No, like you need to manage that expectation, because again, that then can have a knock-on on your effect on your reputation for your work.
Yeah, of course.
I'll give you another quick scenario one time. Another wedding I was playing at, people that I knew, and I didn't get the first dance song till 15 minutes before.
Yeah. Been there.
Yeah.
Been there.
And I was somewhere where there wasn't much reception. So you know that one there, and in the sticks.
In the stick.
I had to run out. So I did a wedding at Alexandra Palace.
Yeah.
So underneath there's a lot of function rooms.
Yeah.
So there's a lovely room underneath there. There's no natural light, but it's a beautiful room. And I was asking all, like, the whole lead up to the wedding, like, I've spoken to the best man 2 days before. I'm like, bro, I need that wedding song. I need the first dance song. I get there before even everybody's got there. Bro, I need the song. Bro, I'm coming. All of a sudden now, they're saying, oh, the first dance. They've literally come to me 5 minutes before. Remember, I'm downstairs in Alexandra Palace. There is no signal. So I've now had to get my iPad, connect that, play a little music off that, run upstairs with the lappy and the phone. Hotspot.
Man's running around Alexandra Palace.
Bam, I'm running around Ali Pali like this with the phone, lappy in the hand.
No.
I swear.
No. They would have had to find an alternative. That would have got me so angry, you know.
Man said, could we have always them premise? Like, well, you took too long, so you're going to have, so I'm just going to give you when I see you smile. Your fault. You should have picked earlier.
Your fault. Do you know what? This might be off subject, but what was really bizarre, when bride and groom had their first dance, and they danced to Follow Me. Swear down.
Follow me.
Yeah. First dance.
You know what though, yeah? I think, you know what I like, yeah? I honestly prefer people that treat their wedding like their birthday party.
All right. And that's what they did.
If you play at my birthday party, you don't have to play the old music. But people get wedding mode and then be like, okay, so you got to play, and then just go from, you got to play the Motown hits, and you're like, but you're both 24, like, why do you want that? Like, what, like, can we... I
play it still. I play it for grandma and granddad.
No, but you know, like, the point is, you play for the vibe, but they force it in. So sometimes they force things that don't need to be there.
Yeah.
You don't need the cheese. If it's not if you don't have the cheesy crowd, just because it's a wedding doesn't need to have the cheese. Let me just turn up your thing and make you leave. The best weddings I've had, because I've had some amazing weddings with some sick. One wedding got me 6 weddings, and that's because I shelled it, I treated it like it was asylum in Kingston, Shellings, they loved it.
I remember.
No holds barred, shellings, and then, but respectable. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And they leave that there, because I'm saying, look, the hard work is done. Now just have a good time. Let your hair down. Let's party. But I want you to party like you would usually party. So I always ask people at my meetings, like, look, what do you want at your birthday party? And they're like, well, just tell me. And then when we start talking, I'm like, that's how you really want your party. But you think because it's a wedding, it should be like this. But let's go to what you really want. and give him that.
Yeah.
Me
you go
and
to.
TS did a wedding, and
Yeah.
it finished at 12. It was in Morden Park Hall. And when it done at 12, the people raved so hard. These were big people as well, that they stopped and was looking around, like to say, "What do we do now?" That's how we shelled it. Like they didn't know whether to go home, whether to call and see if they could go raving, but they did not want the party to end.
So it goes. Trust me.
Yeah, no, so like, and with weddings as well, you'll get, like you say, you have a meeting with them, you get a kind of feel like, yeah, it's going to be turned up. And there's some weddings that you don't expect, and you go in there, and as soon as you go in there, you're like, right, this is going to be turned up. From the speeches, they're just on it.
Yeah.
You got them, everyone's laughing, and you can just say, raw, this wedding's going to be lit today.
Yep.
I'm saying. And sometimes they might even come up to you and be like, yo, DJ, are you ready for us? Because we're ready to go in today. When you hear that, yeah, from like the best men, the groomsmen, the bride, the groom, you know what time it is already. You know what I mean? So
and you know from the entrance. See, like if you do it all day and they got the entrance on Smash and they're coming in and they're dancing and the crowd like, hey! You know this today. I'm going to learn today. Now, I'm learning today.
Trust.
Get me? All right. So then that's kind of weddings covered. So I will say to people that are listening, if you're getting married, make sure you holler at the man them in the group right here. You get what I'm saying? Guaranteed wedding sell-off, shutdown. Man said he done 100 weddings. Oh, before we move on from weddings, yeah, what has been your most? All right, so let's look at destination. Where have you been for a wedding? What's the most outlandish thing that you've been given for a wedding?
I done Jamaica 3 times in 2 months.
Jeez.
3 times in 2 months.
Bro,
I want to know what's Alpo's, boy.
Yeah, I bet you come back speaking like a full yardie, boy.
Listen, zoom.
You're lucky they didn't stop you at the airport, bro.
Yeah,
I know. But
3 times in 2 months.
What's that?
3 times in 2 months.
Yeah.
Amazing.
That's
amazing.
Sick.
Amazing.
I should have just stayed there, but nah, man. I had bookings back here.
So you see that with overseas bookings, because a lot of people who do overseas bookings and they're looking for DJs, a lot of them ask me like, how does it work? They don't really have a clue of it. So like, it's obviously they pay your flight, accommodation, hotel, transfers, and your fee on top.
And the fee, yeah, and the fee.
That's the bit, isn't it?
Yeah, I don't need a free holiday.
No,
I don't need a free holiday.
Yeah, I don't, because you remember, Jamaica can't gas me because I'm just gonna be with you and your family. I don't even, like what.
You can't go nowhere. You can't really go anywhere.
I can't do that.
So, but yeah, but the fact is, there's a lot of value in that. That means that they value you, they value the service that you give, and they trust you. You get what I'm saying? That there is where that's a lot of trust. But it's a great thing to have on your CV. If someone's willing to fly you to yard, or 3 people willing to fly you to yard, that's good. That's good. What, anyone else had anything like that?
Mauritius is probably the furthest.
Wowzers. Lovely.
That flight is no joke.
Yeah. That's like Australia business.
That flight is no joke.
It's like 15 hours or something.
Yeah. So did a wedding over there, and I was master of ceremony as well. And it was a two day thing.
Okay.
So we had like a kind of Western wedding, then we had like a traditional wedding. So I had to have the whole outfit and.
Sick.
Your shoes are mud, bro. Your shoes are mud. You look like
Aladdin outfit.
You look like the South London Aladdin, bro.
Yeah, the Aladdin outfit.
I remember.
I was on the Aladdin thing, fam. I swear down. I was out here.
Not Aladdin, man. What's his name? Jafar or something. That's who you are.
No.
Is he the bad one?
Yeah, he's the bad one.
My bad. What about anyone else had something like that? Anyone else?
Jafar.
Yeah. Djay-R, what's your Wi-Fi, man? It's moving nuts, cuz.
He's back.
Yeah. So what about you guys? Anything like what's happened with you for your bookings or you had anything like that?
Yeah, last year I got flown to Florence.
Wow.
Nice.
Bro, it's beautiful. Italy, like middle of Italy, and the views were just like, I'm DJing on this lawn in this beautiful like castle, bro. And you're just looking over the whole of Florence. And it's just, oh man, that was, I'm
I
like,
think I remember
really,
seeing it on your story.
yeah, bro. Like, and I just, you know, you just look, I just had to look and be like, rah, you know what? These people actually invested in me and brought me out here. Like, I felt, it made me feel good, bro. I was like, you know what? Yeah, I'm doing something right. You know what I'm saying? It was a good look, man. I felt good about it.
That must make you feel good.
Mm.
And H?
You know, I haven't had no international ones yet, yeah.
Yeah.
But I remember there was a booking that it might have been T21 gave me.
Yeah.
And it was for some guy out in the sticks, yeah. And in the background, there was a lake. And the guy said to me, I bought the lake. Because he didn't want no one to come and mash up the scenery.
Bro.
Wow.
Yeah.
Them man there, boy.
So the whole point to that statement is if T21 refers a wedding to you, put extra keys on it, yeah?
Yeah.
I said, I bought the lake.
Man bought the lake, you know.
The lake. I don't know. Them time there, man can't even buy a Big Mac. You know what I mean? Like that.
You get fed up.
It's a nice feeling. I went to Ghana to do one, and bro, like the feeling of like, bro, you lot really rate me and trust me, and just the feel, like it's mad. And then everywhere you go, like, all right, the day before, you're walking around. I'm sure you guys can attest to this. You're walking around and you're seeing people. You're just doing the basic nod because they don't really know you. So, but you see, after the day, the next day you are a cousin. You know, you're a family member.
Yeah. I can relate to that.
Man. The love is real.
I did a wedding last year in Malta. Amazing wedding. Big up Top Cats, they were there. I think MA1 was there as well. And yeah, but they were just there as guests. So just to be there and the whole vibe, like even like Jay said from the get-go, they were just so on it. Like they had, as soon as they finished eating, they were on the dance floor and we hadn't even done the speeches yet. So
yeah. Mr. Smooth.
Just come off the private jet picture there.
Yeah, the private.
So, all right, so I'm going to tell you two stories really quickly. So, that was that was a second wedding in Malta. So the one I was telling you about, we had such a good time, and we all stayed at the same hotel. And when the coach came, and I got back on the coach, like everybody on the coach gave me like a standing ovation, like.
Oh, wicked.
I'm not even gonna lie. When I sat down at the back of the coach, like I had to actually have a moment. I was like, this was amazing.
Hold on. The fact that you had to walk through everyone to get to the back might have been a bit overwhelming itself.
Bro, I mean,
you walk through everyone and they're clapping you like feeling it.
Bro, I was like it was crazy. So that was an amazing one. My second wedding in Malta last year, where that picture was taken, and it's something that I actually wanted to touch on, is for international bookings, please be prepared, equipment-wise. So what had happened? So listen to this story. This is why Jay's busting up. So I'd spoken to the couple and I'd spoken to the planner. I sent her a very descriptive email of what I needed there. I sent 2 pictures of the preferred controllers and stuff that I needed, and she was like, "Yep, 100%, got it all." I get to the wedding, I'm with the family, and then where the actual reception dinner part is and the party part is it's in a separate section. You walk down a few steps. So I saw this big setup that had a cloth over it. I was like, yeah, fully gas. I see the speakers, everything. When I lifted up the cloth, record box.
Ooh, horrible. Doesn't connect.
Now, so for those who are watching this as the podcast, a lot of us DJs, there's two main softwares. A lot of us predominantly use a program called Serato, and then the company Pioneer, they've made their own version called Record Box, and the two are not compatible with.
It's like iPhone. It's like iPhone and Samsung.
It's like iPhone and Android. Yeah. So I'm not only the DJ, but I'm the master of ceremony. So I'm now having to speak to the sound engineer, and obviously there's a language barrier. That, and other. He's gone. There's no like getting another controller. This, that, and the other. So luckily, we were able to get a aux cable. So it was an all-in-one. So I was able to plug from my laptop into a channel in the controller, and then I basically was playing blind. So for DJs, please, it is imperative that you know your cue points, because I did the whole wedding on my cue points.
Wow.
Not one bum mix, not one. No one. Even when I was doing the whole master ceremony part, even the groom at one point, he came to, I went to him and he said, Milks, come. He said, sure you're gonna be able to do it? and I said to him, yeah, bro, man's got this. In my head, I'm like, oh my God. But I was able to do it. So I would just stress, with regards to equipment and whatnot, you can be as thorough as you want. It's probably really a good idea to maybe just buy a little travel controller.
Yeah, definitely. Do you know a similar thing happened to me? I can't remember where I was. I was somewhere far though. Nice country, man. And there was Record Box there, and obviously it's not compatible with my stuff. So I downloaded Record Box, but then I didn't have the tunes. So I literally done the whole event by just thinking in my head, all right, what goes with this? Typing it in, searching, and dragging it into Record Box. Oh, it was a night for the whole set. The whole set.
But they wouldn't know that you was doing that though, would they?
No. They didn't know the stress I was under, boy.
Yeah, that's the art of it, for making the music sound as normal, and they wouldn't even have an idea.
Can you imagine that? Thinking of the tune and dragging it in. Oh, wow.
But when, I've had something like that before happen, and then I've said to the bride and groom after, do you know that I was doing it? And they're like, we would have never known. And that's the art. Like when we go these things as DJs, we got to make it just seem as normal. You know what I'm saying?
You did the right thing by telling them afterwards and not during, because they wouldn't be able to cope with that, boy. They wouldn't be able to cope with that.
No chance.
What I want to ask you, what's the most... All right, so you all do private bookings and all right, so Djay-R recently has been doing a lot of these paint parties. I've noticed that. I see you doing that. I know recently, like really recently, Celebrity Supa's been doing a whole heap of Zoom parties. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, just private, like birthday parties on Zoom. I've done a couple, but like I know you're the man for that right now. And so what is the strangest booking that you've been asked for? So I'll just throw mine out there. I was asked to do a baby shower, yeah. Now, obviously, I think baby showers are not really DJ kind of material, but I was asked to do this baby shower. So I'm like, all right, cool. It was in Poinders in Clapham. I'm like, cool. When I get there, I go to this baby shower. I'm the only man. Yeah, I'm the only man. Just me, and there's a bare woman. I'm thinking, wow, do they really want a DJ? Then I get there, and there's 4 people. You paid me, big set, big everything, 4 people.
Mad.
At the baby shower.
At a baby shower. And then, like, people was coming, but, like, the core people was 4 people. So I think their expectations were higher. They booked a DJ, they did everything. And it was the most awkward event I've ever done. Like, it was awkward. I had no reason to be there. Obviously, I'm not going to leave because I want in the morning. But it was annoying. Annoying. In fact, if you ever see a picture of me DJing sitting down on my phone, it's at an event like that. Yeah, that's the real. Because more time I'm not in there sitting down. I will stand up and work. But you see, when there's that, I'm just. You're lucky I'm still here, innit? So just be happy that, you know what I mean. Like I'm sitting down because I should be leaving. So that was the strangest, most surreal event I've ever done. There was no need for me to be there. It was actually free money, in essence.
Of course, of course.
So what else? What has any of you had anything like that in terms in your private world?
Yeah, like I had a private like about a year ago, yeah. Like so they rang me up. It was through like an agent, and then got the spec because I'm very with privates here and corporates. I'm very like I go on assumptions that you don't have no set in it. So like I said, have you got a set? Yeah, we'll plug into our system. It's all sorted. I said, I could bring my set. I could provide my set. No, we've got it. We plug in. I'm like, cool. I'm cool. So I go up to London, got my rucksack on. I'm like, yeah, this is nice. Don't have to carry no set up London. Because, you know, if you've done corporates or events in central London, there's no parking.
Yeah.
So if you've got speakers, big ass, like, speakers to put up, it's a mare where you can't park. So went up there and I got in the venue. I'm getting to there. I'm looking around now. I'm like, I'm seeing like, what's the little monitor speakers up in the ceiling? I'm like, oh, this can't. So I go to the. So where am I plugging in? They looked at me like, what do you mean plugging in? I said, yeah, where am I plugging in? Oh, we've got an iPad. What? So I said, oh, where can I plug into the house system? Oh no, that's downstairs, but you can't do it. It's in the computer room. I'm like, what? So there's nowhere to plug in. Yeah, they're having a big event I think it was like a feminist thing day or something like that. The woman day they have. And then I was like, it was like an hour left to the event. So I'm like, boy, the guy's looking at me. I'm like, you're gonna have to buy some speakers. So man's in London now. I go with the guy and the company card to West End DJ and buy 2 monitors, bro. 2 iPhone.
Shout out. Honorable shout out to West End DJ, by the way.
Yeah, big up, man.
Yeah, man.
We got the sweet them.
Come on.
So I went there, got the 2 Alto monitors, stands, went back to the venue, hooked up, played, showed. They love man, bro.
You made the go back. No, the thing is, I know this story, so but yeah, you made it go.
Yeah, like so, you know, and obviously it's not my reputation. I'm thinking of reputation now. So like I couldn't go in there and actually, well, boy, you ain't got the thing. I'm ducking out because that's potentially me losing repeat business. And me doing that and helping them out find that stuff has now put me on their books for all the events they do going forward. So it's just a thing where, you know, if you're not professional and trying, there's always a way to solve a problem, isn't it? Like,
bro,
you gotta look for the solution. Always look for the solution.
Bro, a long time ago, yeah, I done a house party. But you know the thing is with girls don't understand equipment and they don't know how to. Do you know what I mean? They will say, yeah, they got equipment, and then he's like, oh yeah, my dad's thing, and you know your dad's thing is little amp is overheating, it's gonna blow halfway through the night. I ain't got time for it. Do you understand me? Like they don't know anything about equipment. So I asked her like, do you want me to bring my equipment? Blah 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 blah. She's like, yep. And no, she said no, just come and DJ. I just want you to come and DJ. But she sorry, none of that conversation happened. Sorry, but when I got there was a DJ playing, and then when he finished, he was packing his stuff down. And so I always got speakers in the car and stuff like that. So I'm like, so what do you want me to do now? Like, come and set up my equipment, and then when I finish after like I will pack. Like she thought, like as you come with your equipment. That's what she thought. She thought you come with your own equipment. Bro, it's a house party, you know. There's no space to maneuver where there's people. Like, how can you turn up to a party at 1 o'clock and set up?
Was there no music then? Down? Was there no music when you came off?
No, of course not. How? He's packed up. He's gone.
So what? They didn't put no speaker or nothing.
No, and this ain't the time of Mackies either. This is the time where you got to string it up. You got to pull up the amp to the EQ to the mixer.
The big heavy amps.
Whoa, this woman was crazy. So when my hour's done and I'm packing down, the man's like, nah. What's going on here? The guy after me didn't bring his equipment. Like, boy, I don't know. I don't know.
Hey, do you remember that time we got the booking?
Yeah.
For the wedding, and they said the other sound are bringing their set. I remember we said to them, look, I know some people are funny about people playing on their set.
Yes.
Remember?
Yes. And they didn't want us to play.
They didn't want us. What happened, yeah? The girls, now they booked us, me and C, from 7 o'clock. 5 o'clock, I'm getting a call saying, oh, where are you? I said, what are you talking about? Where are you? Because and they said, oh no, sorry, I forgot. It's not you lot bringing equipment. But he said the sound ain't turned up. They were supposed to turn up from 2 o'clock.
Mad.
They ain't turned up. Can I bring my sound now? So I said, all right. And I said to CC, when we get there, I guarantee the other sound's gonna be there. We got there, the other sound was there.
Yeah, they got there late, stringing up and that.
Yeah. So we said, all right, cool. We didn't have to take it out of the car. So we left everything in the car, introduced ourselves, and we asked her from before, do they mind us playing on the sound? So me and C strung up our thing now, our laptops ready. We said, yeah, we're ready now. They said, all right, give us 2 minutes. We said, all right, cool. Then we played. Remember, we played for a little while. Then we came off and we let them play. But the way they saw us play, from that, they didn't want us coming back on.
Can't go back on. No. It can't go back on.
The wedding finished at 12, yeah? At 10:30 now, we said, oh yeah, can we come back on? So they said, all right, 11. No, it was around 11:15. They said 11 o'clock. So we said, all right, cool. No problem. We played for the last hour. 5 to 11 come, 11 o'clock come, 5 past 11 o'clock. We just said, you know what? Just pack down our stuff and we're going. Went and got our P, and we said to them, look, we don't want no arguments, no disagreements or nothing, but they're being a bit funny. They gave us our money and then we kicked.
Yeah, man. I'm not gonna fight. I'm not gonna fight to play.
No.
Madness. You know what? One time, just based on what celebrity said, yeah. This is years ago, yeah. I had a job, yeah. So I had a job New Year's Eve. I was working the night shift at my company, but you get a bonus for working overnight. So I was doing a night shift. I think they give you like £100 bonus. So I'm like, cool. So I volunteered for the shift. Bam! I also get a booking. I'm like, oh my days. So what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna get one of the man them. This is when I was working in the bus guys. I'm gonna get one of the man them to hold the fort, because I was the manager, like the night manager. So let me get one of the drivers that I trust. So it's like, imagine that. So I'm like, all right, boom. I can tell you, Roland. I say, Roland, hold the fort. Roland's like, cool. So more time, like if I wanted to sleep or whatever, Roland will hold the fort for me and I'd go all asleep. So, but I'm like, cool, Roland's my dog, you get me? So cool, packed up, I got the car, I got the sound in the car, driven to the party in Streatham, started stringing up. I'm stringing up, say at like 11:30. People in the party ready to start for the countdown. We want to start for the countdown. 10 to 12 now. Roland's calling me. So I'm like, wow. So I answer the phone. He's like, yo, the police are here. I'm like, what? Now I'm the manager of the night. The police are there. I need to be back. Like someone had been assaulted on the bus, but really bad. I think they might have got stabbed. So now they want CCTV. They need to speak to the manager, innit? But the manager's setting up a party that he's gonna try and play for 4 hours while the bus driver is holding the fort. So I'm like, shit. I gotta go back to work. This little party can't cost me my job. So I start packing down. I'm packing down at 5 to 12.
Oh.
So I get there at 11:30, starting to set up. 10 to 12, I get the call. 5 past 12, I'm cutting. I'm bringing my speakers and everything out the party. The girl's like, what? What's going on? I'm like, I gotta go, innit? I gotta go. She's getting mad, like, but she's I'm not gonna say cussing. She's cursing me, yeah? She's throwing word after me, man, and I'm just gotta take it. I just gotta take it. And pack up. I gotta pack up. And as I'm leaving downstairs with the speakers, yeah, you know, like walking down, like people are coming to the party, and I'm leaving. And then time there, I got the.
Who did you call 6?
Bro, I didn't call no one.
Nah, that's dark.
You know, I didn't call no one. No, I think I did call someone. I think I might even have called Houdini. But then time that we had the big. Remember when we used to have the 800s?
Yeah.
We got the big flight. Listen, the big amp. The big flight case, the passive speakers, and the passive bass. So it took me half an hour to get it upstairs, and it took 20 minutes to take it down. and I had to fly back to work. When I get there,
Sweating, boy.
when I get back, like I managed to cover it. But yeah, that was like traumatic. I think if the girl saw me today, she would
She's still
want to come in my mouth still. I ruined her New Year's party. Ruined. Madness. All right, sorry. Like let's move on. There's a couple more things. I appreciate you lot's time. A couple more things I want to quickly ask you lot. Yeah. So you guys here, like all teach people how to DJ. So I just want a little bit about that journey. I think in this room, apart from Fats, we've all done that. So
I've taught people how to host.
no, but yeah, but you are the world boss, innit? Differently still. But yeah, so I did a
party time, innit? It's party time.
Party time. I taught some kids how to DJ in a kids club. I did it with Muller Cake's Kids Club, and so I did a few summer holiday clubs, and I really enjoyed it. I know Houdini actually taught me a lot of stuff. Like when we first joined the sound, like I think like he definitely enhanced a lot of the stuff that I do now. You get what I'm saying? So you gotta have that patience to be able to teach me anything, as you know. But obviously, you know, Djay-R's got the Rights Academy. Milktray is also a right. I'm not sure if they're related, but who knows? But he also teaches in the Rights Academy, and we don't know that celebrity Supa. He's teaching people how to DJ. There's actually a DJ that's out on the scene right now that's doing kind of all right things.
There's a few.
Yeah,
I'm so proud.
So, tell us a bit about the teaching and how you got into it, and how people, if they want to learn how to DJ, can contact you for lessons and stuff. So yeah, feel free, take it away.
Oh my God, go for it.
Yeah, basically, like, I started from youth club DJing, and then there was one time there was some youngers in there at youth club. I must have been about 19, 20, and the youngers wanted to learn, and then I think the manager of the youth club was like, "Do you want to teach them?" And then I started teaching them on the vinyl, and I kind of liked it, and it kind of started from there. And then I didn't do anything on it for about a good amount of years, till about 2016. And it's funny how it started. I got a call from someone, and there's like, like I've got this personal development money from my work. He works in the city, and I want to do DJing. Do you know anyone? Then I was like, I was thinking who? And I was thinking, wait a minute, I can teach you. So I started teaching him, and then I was just seeing like, right, this guy's actually do like it's I'm comfortable doing this. I like doing this, and then it just opened up my mind to like, you know, I'm gonna start doing this and taking it on and teaching people. And then other people, I started putting out on my socials. People started approaching me, asking, can I get involved? Can I do some DJing? Can you teach me? And I started teaching them. Then that's how Rights Academy was kind of born. And then like it just started snowballing. A lot of people wanted to learn how to DJ, and there's a few DJs out now that I've taught that people won't even know of that I taught them. Yeah, and then I started. It was getting to a point where, because I'm a PE teacher as well, so it was getting to a point where like it was getting so busy. I was getting so much work. I decided to take it on full time and do the DJing full time in schools. So as I'm doing it in schools now, obviously the work's coming in and it's going really well. But I can't. You cannot always do everything. You need a team around you. So then I obviously approached Milktray, and asked him to join on the Rights Academy, and he was just like, yeah, straight away. He was so on it. And then yeah, Milktray went into a few schools for us, and yeah, I've just got more tutors on board, and we're teaching DJing to about 80 before we finished 80-90 children a week.
Ooh.
In primary schools. That's just in primary schools.
Is that all together?
Yeah.
All together. So we got that. We got like 8 classes a week happening around Lambeth, mainly in Lambeth, with our tutors. That's just in schools, and we also do. I mainly do like the private tutoring in our studio as well. I've got a lot of youngsters jumping on.
Nice.
There's so much talent out there. It's incredible.
Sick.
So,
I was actually offered a job by Rights Academy, I took a bit too long to send my CRB back, and they rejected my application. But it's all good still, you know.
Shut up, man. Shut up, man. Bro, there's always a space for you, bro. You know what I mean? When you're ready.
See, you know there's always a space, bro.
Always.
There's always a space.
Always, man.
I was a bit nervous to let them see my CRB. That's what it is. You know?
Similarly, though, I started with kids. Like in the summer holidays, I got a job teaching kids, and you know it was good. They were good, man, and that was on vinyl as well. Took a break for a long time, but I really enjoyed it. Like I really enjoyed teaching them, because I'm teaching them everything from scratch. Like they come in with this expectation of that they'll learn, and you know what I mean, and just pressing buttons and boo boo boo, and they'll scratch straight away. Nah, I've actually written up a program. You know what I mean, that ensures that you know how to do everything from the very basics all the way up. Do you know what I mean? If you can't do the basic, just the basic timing, if you can't do that, yeah, we're gonna spend your whole lesson just doing basic. Boof, 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 you know what I mean? And once you get that, because if your timing's off, the whole thing is off. Do you know what I mean? I don't teach them to beat match. I don't want to check number. I cover up all the numbers. I want them to mix by ear. Do you know what I mean? Because if you're learning from me, I want you to learn properly. Yeah. So I teach you by ear, and I want you to hear it, and then I want you to get the mix and da 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 da. Once you've got that, and you could do that, then I could say, oh yeah, now you could, match numbers and, get fancy with it and then I start teaching them tricks and, looping and whatever else. And I really enjoy it. The kids are more time better than the adults, because the kids are keen to learn and they actually listen. Adults don't listen too much. They think they know already, and they just want to be good straight away. So, but the kids, I've got a team of kids that just on it, man. And they're really good. And what happened from then is that, I became manager of a club around here. So now, after they get good enough to build their confidence, I give them warm-up sets in my club. Okay. You know what I mean? Because I control the whole DJ line. I control the whole club, basically. Do you know what I mean? So
is that the club that I've never been booked for?
That's the club you've never been booked for. That club. Yeah, no, but it's good to because they're probably nervous and all that. But 10 o'clock to 11 o'clock set. Yeah. Let's go.
Yeah, let's go. It's cool. It gives them that confidence.
Can I ask you something? You see, obviously sometimes you get, when they have them programs of the learner driver, and they never are able to learn how to drive. Yeah. Do you ever get someone who can never learn how to DJ?
Do you know what? I think my technique for teaching is so good, they just have to get it. We'll go back to the basic of clicking.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then we'll go to the buttons. Can you do it on the buttons? Like it's so basic, you have to be able to get it. Like you can't be that bad. You can't.
What I found when I was doing the youth club, you find that you started off 25 kids. Next week, 15. And then by the last week of the 6 weeks holiday, I had 3. But the 3 was serious. They really wanted it. Their interest, up to now, I see them. And the thing is, it's so nice here because they were 12, 13, and now they're 17, and they see me and they're big man, but they remember that. You get what I'm saying? And I think 1 or 2 of them are actually trying to pursue that. So they holler at me and I give them a lot of advice. Yeah. A lot of people still ask me today for lessons. I always pass them over to Rights Academy. But here's what I want to do. I got a breakthrough right now. You lot ready for the vision, yeah?
Go on.
Rights Academy, South London. Celebrity Supers School, North West London.
Already saw it.
Make some form of connection. Take over ting. Give me 70%. Bow!
Hold on, see. I see. Wait, hold on, see. Wait there. Celeb, you're in Northwest, West.
Yeah, both.
So we need to cover East, bro.
No, but listen, you see what you've just done? You've added work to me. I was hoping they could stretch. We were going to get free money. And now you've made us have to work for it, bro. Now we got to work for it.
Yeah, you see the way my twin bank account is set up. It's set up very differently. So I don't know if that's going to really work for me. But with regards to Rights Academy, now for those of you who don't know, me and Djay-R are part of the same team, Sweet Boy Entertainment, SBE. We both share the same surname, which is Wright. So when Jay kind of told me about it, I was like, cool, let's get on it, let's get in it, let's do it. And it's been one of the best experiences for me. So I've been doing it, 3 years now, Jay?
Yeah, you're going into your third year.
Yeah, third year now. Some of the kids that and the thing is, the kids I teach are primary school. So some of my kids have been with me for 3 years, near enough. And some of my kids have been there like when they were like literally coming out of reception. They couldn't even control. And then the funny thing is, when we first started doing it, we was taking big set, like like this controller, big speaker, the cable box, stand, and then I think like after the first term, I phoned Jay. I said, Jay, this is long, fam. We need to streamline everything. I don't want to listen because I need like at the time I was demanding car park space because I was not walking around the block with the 15-inch Mackie, big controller, the cable box. I was having to phone my guy in the school, big up Scott, that's my bro, and I was having to tell Scott to send the kids down and wait in the playground to help come and get the stuff from the car park, like at peak. But it's been the most amazing experience. Like at the beginning of the lockdown, Jay came up with this idea of doing like getting guest mixes and then kind of reviewing it on Instagram. So we did that for a couple of weeks, and then some of my students, some of his, have entered competitions. Actually, one of Jay's students, we're gonna actually be featuring his guest mix on my radio show. So, and then one of my girls, she's just been amazing. I won't even say her name, but you could just tell by the smile of my face, like
proud.
Oh man,
it's nice when you've been a monumental part in someone's health and their teaching, and you see them shell and stand on their own too. You just got that proud moment.
Yeah.
So I've got a very similar thing myself. So it's good that we've all got that. I remember Jay gave me a job a couple of years ago at a year 6 prom. In Streatham, that little school by Streatham Vale. And one of the youths in there says, can I DJ? Like, Milktray teaches me how to DJ. He was there with his dad.
Yeah, because I couldn't make the school prom.
I gave him the set. The youth, shelling, like mad thing. I was proper impressed. I was like, okay, this is how it's going on.
Yeah.
So very, very, very impressed with that, man. So on the real though, I definitely think Supa and Djay-R should have a chat and about doing something, because at the end of the day, as I said, people ask me all the time. I don't have the facilities to teach them. And you guys have already set it up, and get what I'm saying.
Sorry to cut you, but obviously in lockdown right now, the whole game has changed. I mean, even this as an example, I want to, applaud you both, you and Fats, for kind of doing this. But we're now even thinking of, and now we're using the online basis and platforms that we have to teach. So what I found now is that people, especially in this time, a lot of parents, etc., they want to try and keep their kids engaged in something other than just Fortnite or whatever. You know what I mean? So parents, money might be a bit tight, but parents are willing to go and spend a bit of money on getting them a controller, and kind of getting to us and saying, well, look, man, is there any way that you can teach remotely online? And that's something that that we've heavily looked into, and it's a really great opportunity for not only just the guys in here, but anybody watching.
100%, man. 100%. So like I was saying, that like going on from Milks, like we're going to be rolling out our Zoom online lessons. So like there's going to be like group based and there's going to be like individual based. because this thing ain't stopping for now. So like, you know, the kids are at home, like we were saying, there's opportunity for them to learn something new.
How's that going to work if they don't have a controller?
Well, you can use the app. So there's an app on the App Store. You got an app called Djay. You got an app called Djay, where you can stream your music from Spotify, Tidal, or SoundCloud. Yeah.
So so you know, we're looking at these options to be able to still keep teaching, and still keep us, you know, with regards to business, is to still kind of, you know, keep us active as well.
Yeah, because that's obviously now we're in very, very, very strange times for our profession. It's very sad, honestly. It's very sad, and I feel like we're all finding inventive ways on and doing things and keeping it and moving forward. As I said, I see Celebrity Supa. You see, let me just quickly say this. I'm a man who likes to give praise where I see praise. Now, Celebrity Supa is a man that I've known for a very long time. The glove thing that was the biggest. That was the most intriguing thing for me back in the day. Yeah, what's this glove do? Like, do you get what I'm saying? Like, and I remember once I see him. Milks, where did you lot used to have your rave, man? And he used to shake up the air vent.
Corny and Barrow.
Yeah, remember Houdini? That me and Houdini was there, and Celebrity was there, and I remember I never met the youth before, and I walked up to him and I was like, "Do you mix with your glove, bro?" I don't think he remember me, like, but I was proper like, "Do you scratch with the glove? Like, does it?" Because, you know, obviously, for those who don't know, the CDJ is touch sensitive.
Yeah.
Like, so if you touch it with certain parts, it doesn't do anything. So in my head, I'm like, "Raw, does this golf club work?" So, like, I honestly, like, I felt like a groupie. This famous glove guy. You get me? So that was my first experience of him. But as I say, like, I respect that he takes this thing too serious. He was the first DJ I ever saw with an app. When I saw his app, like, I spoke to my management at the time and was like, "Why don't I have an app, bro? Like, there's an app there. Like, there's a DJ here with an app. Like, why don't I have an app?" So a couple weeks later, I had one. But as I say, like, he was the guy that made me think, "Raw, okay, levels. There's levels to this thing." And as you guys earlier said, you got to invest in what you do. So now I'm seeing Supa saying, "Look, if you're having a Zoom party, holler at your boy and book me. I will turn up your Zoom party." You get what I'm saying? So it just goes to show that we are looking for new inventive ways on keeping this thing going. So how do you lot feel about this current situation? I know some of us, all of us have done Instagram things. But Instagram things, there's not a lot in that.
I think for me, so for me, I've taken this whole period as I think, like, initially the buzz was, you know, to, you know, go live on IG, that kind of thing. And I know you've covered the whole copyright thing and the blocking, so we don't really need to go into that. But I do feel that there's a lot of opportunities for us to expand our brand and do things in different ways. There are platforms that are, you know, heavily based to help us as DJs, Mixcloud, etc. So for me personally, I'm very fortunate that I've got the space at home where I can have my own room. So before, my room was just, I had my controller here, boom, 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 and that, like, right. So, and then over the weeks, I've had to kind of rethink my whole my whole operation. You know, last month I got that text from O2. Like, now for everybody who knows me, everybody knows me as the phone guy. Yeah. There should never be a month where I get any form of text from any network, because the amount of phones and lines I've got, that should never be a case. But I got a text from O2 saying you've used 80% of your data, and that's only happened to me once. The reason why Jay's laughing, because that happens to him quite often. He even just changed his plan recently. So with regards to what I've done now is I've actually reinvested in my room, in my studio now, and I've got broadband just solely for my room. So that when I'm doing Zoom, or if I'm doing an IG live, or if I'm gonna be broadcasting on Mixcloud or any other kind of platform, my internet is of a caliber that I don't have to worry about. Soundproofing, you can see it. I've invested down to even like how I have my layout in the background, you know, with the you know, my bookshelf, products on it. And then what I've been able to do is I've actually had people approach me for the space.
Yeah, the sponsor.
So now like I've had people send me stuff, contact me, want to pay me, because they know that when I'm online, they know that my numbers are good and that is good advertising. What I've just done today, I'm in the process of putting up a monitor in the background for advertising. So it will have my logos and stuff on it, but people will be able to use that as advertising, just like how you do, you know, subliminal advertising when we're watching football matches, etc. It's the same kind of process. I think we need to start thinking outside of the box and actually monetizing the platforms, because the fact of the matter is we won't be able to monetize Instagram lives. It's great for your numbers. I'm not going to lie. Since the lockdown, my numbers have probably increased by near enough 2,000, which is great. And, you know, it's exposure, and, you know, there's always potential bookings out there, but being able to kind of turn that, how do you turn that into money? There was a conversation I had a few years ago with C. He might remember it, might not, but he was like, Milks, I love what you're doing. At the time I was on top. I was doing radio 5 days a week. My Instagram was growing. My buzz in the community, on the club scene, etc., was doing great things. I was doing Milktray's motivation and all this kind of stuff. But he was saying, how do you turn that into bums on seats? And obviously, even though we can't put bums on seats, how do we get to that stage? So now I do believe that at some point very soon, we as DJs will be able to charge, like, not just for privates, but promoters that are putting on Zoom parties will be able to say to them, there's a fee now, because they're gonna have to charge. And I feel that the clientele and the custom have to understand that what we're going through right now is not just as much of switching on our laptop and then going, because now I've got extra broadband in my room. I've just picked up a tower so that I can run my OBS separately from my laptop. The tower that I've got, it can't turn off. So that's extra electric. Do you know what I mean? All these kind of things. And I think a lot of us are trying to make the most out of this situation, but I feel like the general public need to kind of have a little bit of an understanding in what we are doing to invest, because it's all great us coming live and on IG and that, and people saying, yeah, like, love what you're doing, and the comments and the fire, and it's all great, but they need to understand
and the virtual drinks and shit.
yeah, it's great, like, you know, but realistically,
virtual money pull up.
like, it, to me, we now need to start thinking about how to monetize it. And when I say monetize, not in the sense of trying to get rich, we're just trying to survive.
And maintain.
Yeah, because obviously, I think I put up a post a couple of weeks ago, and it was from Swiss Beats. And this whole lockdown, DJs have become so important. Like, we have become so fundamental, not just to our own sake, but to so many hundreds of thousands and millions of people, DJs across the world, because we're the people that keep them going. Like, it's all well and good they could put on a Spotify playlist or whatever.
Not the same.
It's not the same. You know what I mean? So there are DJs now who are getting crazy numbers on their IG and whatever, and it's great, and I respect everybody doing their thing. But how do we kind of look at it and monetize it so that we can survive? Because you know, for many of us, this is our full time, and a lot of people who currently are out of work but not working. But for us DJs, we're out of work in a sense of not being able to go to work, but we're still working. We're still trying to entertain. We're still trying to keep the people going. But at some point, we need to draw a line and say, well, we can't do that for free forever. This lockdown's going to be...
That's why I ain't doing no lives for free and stuff like that. I can't afford it, bro. I phoned up my broadband provider. I said, listen, I want the fiber optic. Yeah, I want the optic situation. I don't want no cutouts and all that kind of stuff. But as you said, like it costs money, so I don't do free because I don't care about numbers and trying to get my Instagram numbers up. Do you know what I mean? Like I believe that I'm good at what I do. So I need. Do you know what I mean? No disrespect to anybody else, of course, but I need to be paid for any kind of Instagram live because what I do is it's a niche thing. I'm not just going out there playing slow jams. I'm not just going out there and playing garage. Like I'm bringing my whole personality with it, and it's not many people could do that. Do you know what I mean? Not many people could do that. So, like you said, like the game's got to change. I'm watching it closely. I'm watching everybody's numbers. I've been in your room, Jay. I've been in Milktray's room. I've been in C6's room. I'm watching heavily and seeing how. But you know what I mean? I'm taking notes. And just watching how this is all going to play out. But I'm ready. I'm taking those. I'm ready. Do you know what I mean?
I feel like where we are currently is we're at a crossroads, and you now need to decide what is important to you. Do you get what I'm saying? Because is it sustainability? Is it relevance? Or is it are you just going to fall by the wayside? I predict that. I think we've had a surge in DJs. You know, we got some of the comedians, Major Hype, for example, that are doing DJs, like DJing and stuff. And then you've had like some other presenters that are doing DJing and stuff. And I feel like we're just the regular Joe blogs. But then we're also gonna, if it lasts much longer, we're gonna have a decline where it's not sustainable, and you're gonna get people.
It's not fun no more.
It's not fun. People are gonna be shutting controllers and that. So keep your eyes out for that, because there'll be controllers on the cheap going where man won't catch up, they pay their rent. You get what I'm saying? But we need to work out a sustainability plan, and I feel like there needs to be a platform out here. I was saying this morning. We understand the sector. We understand what's needed. We understand what's required. We just need to work out how to do it. Do you get what I'm saying? Because I do believe that there is something that we could all do. I think there's something we could all join forces and do. I feel like if we can offer, about Instagram Live, I think I was chatting to Fats today, and I'm saying like Instagram Lives are all good and that, but your phone rings, it's off. You flick the pages off. You can't put your phone down. You got to hold you got a constant conveyor belt. It doesn't feel like you're actually putting on a show. Like who is really here for the long haul? Like, do you get what I'm saying? So you can have steady numbers, but when you at the end of it, so you might see 100 people, 100 people, 100 people, 100 people. And when you lock it off, it says 700 people looked at it. Yeah. That just goes to show it's a conveyor belt because it's not sustainable. We need to build a sustainable way of people being entertained by what we do. Whether that's getting a TV channel like Ben TV. Remember them channels back in the day? Where So like why can't we have Babe Station but DJ version? Do you get what I'm saying? Channel 972, us. Yes, and that. No, I'm serious. Like, forget the Babe Station thing, but the fact is that station is just run. It's just there. It's just someone sitting in the room. That means it's available. Why can't we do that? Why can't we come together, get that station, put it on, and then it's a subscription thing? In fact, you might even have to do a code and pay your 50p, and then bam, the music comes on.
You know what?
A bit like pay-per-view. Like,
you know what? One of my boys approached me, and he actually has a platform like this, which is technically like online, so it's almost like a Zoom, but you pay basically. But it can have, unlike Zoom, it can have like an unlimited number. DJs can come in and out. Like you can have like 4 different stages. Like he gave me the whole rundown of it. It's just whether or not the audience. I think he said you could charge as little as like £1.
Yeah, but the audience will come because we got to be sorry to cut you, but the audience will come if we united.
Yeah.
United. Now, when I say united, I know for 100% we cannot get every single DJ on board.
No.
But if we get a core, listen.
Yeah.
There's a core set of DJs around us. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, we all know. Like the other day, I sent out a broadcast to the DJ them. None of you guys responded, by the way. But I'm joking. I'm just joking. But I sent a broadcast out to some DJs a little while ago, and what I checked out is that I have 167 DJ telephone numbers in my phone.
That's funny.
167. But what it is, there's some that are not serious. There's some that I just met, like I did a booking and he was the next DJ and whatever. But the fact of the matter is there's 167 man. And out of those, there's at least 50 man that I really rate. I rate you all. Everyone that's actually been on this podcast, I've got a lot of time for.
Yeah.
And therefore, if we had a platform like that, or we created something, there's a core set of man that could drive the audience there. If that was the go-to, and when it's your show, it's 50p for your show. And you get what I'm saying? I would think if that was the case, a Milktray could get his whatever, like his breakfast time, on this new TV platform, and he could charge his 50p. I'm sure he's not going to turn it down and do an Instagram live. Do you get what I'm saying? You can go make your 50p, and you're going to drive as many people to get as many 50p's as you can. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. And that would be a new way of going. And look how much 50p's you waste. So it's just about coming outside of the box and trying to think and not being selfish. Like if you only have yourself in mind, you can only think this big, innit? But if you think about the scene and you think about the whole, like your whole what's the word? Your whole culture. Like if you think about that, then I'm sure if you come to the table and you pick 10, I know you have to be one of them, just 10 serious men and say, look, this is something I thought about. What do you guys think? I guarantee you'll find that something we could pop off with something. Do you know what I
mean, me and Simple did a Instagram live a few weeks ago, kind of touching on, just kind of changing the mindset with regards to how people view us as DJs in the current climate, and just planting the seed. Because I feel like what it is now, I feel like our clientele, our core audience are so used to like just having the IG live, etc., that kind of thing, and not having to, pay.
Yeah.
So when that moment comes, and like you said, like when that moment comes, it will need to be like a kind of across the board.
Yeah.
For it to work.
Yeah.
Because I think, again, and I think that's where we may need to be a little bit more transparent with regards to what it is, because a lot of people feel that it is just still, just open up your lappy, press a few buttons, do you think? Like, Supa's been on the phone to Virgin. Like, I've got Virgin in here. I'm like, all these kind of things that they don't see, especially in this current climate that we're having to do. Not saying that anybody else isn't doing this kind of stuff, but some people are not. Some industries don't have to. And we all know that everybody's now currently working from home, which is going to put a strain on your electric and your broadband. But we're having to really invest. Some DJs are... I've learned so much new stuff in the last 2 months with regards to not even stuff that is DJ related, like with regards to business, new stuff on marketing, and then running different programs and doing this and that and having to do, and then I'm on a Zoom with Jay. Jay's like, yo, I'm doing a Zoom on Saturday, can you help set me up? I'm like, cool, right, do this, boom, he goes and does that. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of stuff that we're doing that people don't really get to see. And I feel that if we're not as transparent, then they still have no idea. So then when we start saying, £1, it's £3 for a Zoom, for you to come into my Zoom party, in most cases, they'll be a little bit more like, okay, I'm a bit more inclined to do so because I know.
They know what's going on.
Yeah.
If you don't tell them, it'll just be you and Sandra in there.
Right. Yeah. And I think that's one thing that I think in this current climate that I think we need to be a little bit more transparent and let people know the stuff that we are kind of doing. Not every little detail.
Yeah.
We a lot of DJs are heavily investing in online broadcasting and it's not even just investing financially, it's the time.
Yeah.
I've spent so much time on YouTube in the last like 6 to 8 weeks. It's ridiculous. And then I'm sending the link here or there and you know, even down to like when I, you know, found out about the iRig thing, I was like, all right, let me put that on my IG.
Yeah, sharing is the most.
Yeah.
Yes, man.
Well, even me as a host, yeah, I've learned stuff about DJing I didn't even know. Do you know what I mean? I've seen all this, the sound doesn't come out, so you got to do this thing and then add this thing. And there's DJs that can't go live because they didn't have a microphone at home, they didn't have a stand, they didn't have a phone stand, they didn't have a laptop. That there's all these things
Fam,
that they needed to just.
I'm not gonna lie. You see, Amazon, bro. I know. I did the little skit couple weeks ago about the Amazonians, yeah. But Jay will tell you, I'm like, Jay, I got a phone stand and it clamps on the screen.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, I got the same one. I'm like, yeah, send me the link, and then like, trust me.
Same here. Look, watch. We get to get the phone stand with the light. And
I got to get a light.
Look, I got ring light right here, bro.
You know what I'm saying? Because it's all about now you can't see me, but now, bow, up to now, you see it? You get me? Yeah, bro.
Yeah, and people don't understand for real. They don't get all that information given.
Yeah, and I think it's important.
He just comes on and does a live, innit? You know what I mean? And that's it. Yeah, it's a bit crazy. Okay, Jill.
Whoops.
Yeah, no, Jay, my lappy's on 8% as well.
All right, listen, we're gonna wrap this, but I just want to thank you all for coming through and expressing your. It's actually turned into some funny stories about you guys' weddings and that, but I do hope that it all picks back up, and then because I have had 6 weddings get cancelled this year, and it's pissed me off because one was in like August and they locked it off early, and I'm like, really, why? Yeah. I get it. And you know what, yeah? One actually paid me everything. And I've like...
So... How to give it back?
Well, only until my deposit, yeah? So the deposit, my deposit is 50%. However, what I did say was, I would honor your deposit and do the rescheduled date. Because I could have just said, well, you've cancelled it. Free money. But because I'm such a lovely guy.
Reputation.
And that, I will honor this same deposit for the new date.
Yeah.
Bro, do you know how many of these international bookings I got to rip down? I put them up too early. I got to take them down. That's really annoyed me, you know.
We said that's false advertising, eh?
Yeah, bro, it's really annoyed me, bro. All of them, these cost money, bro. Can't put it up. Can't put it up.
That might go ahead still, though. That one might still go.
Yeah, it might. It's on the bench.
It's on the bench, that one. But yeah.
But yeah, it's been a great conversation. So big up everyone. Houdini, big up yourself, bro. Shouts going to TS. That's the partner right there. Like, so you two are doing your thing. Shutdown business. Shouts going out to Milks, Djay-R. Big up the full Sweet Boys team. Warner, Mr. Waistcoat. Shouts going out to T21. That's T21, my brother from school days, you know.
Yeah.
When he used to run like. Yeah. Shouts going out to producer man.
Yeah.
And the full team.
Yeah,
Big up the mini Milks. Big up Tammy TV and like the full right clang. That's my son's brethren right there, you see him? Yeah. Supa, big up yourself, big up the full. When you big up Supa, you just gotta big up West and Northwest London.
Northwest, yeah.
Everyone.
Just big up everybody that goes carnival. Just big up everybody that goes carnival.
He has carnival outside his house. He has the carnival after party, the official.
I'd never forget. I was leaving carnival one year. Somebody phoned me and said, yo, You need to go to Supa's now. The thing is, I've actually been to Supa's house way before. Yeah, like I've known Supa.
We got history.
Like
we got history.
We go way back. So when somebody phoned me and said Supa's having carnival outside his yard, I said, that don't surprise me. I got home. I got back to Croydon, and I'm on Instagram, and there's people. It's 12:30.
Yeah.
People are still. The road is blocked.
Yep.
Nobody can't.
And they step on people's cars and all sorts of stuff.
Yep. Don't
was that your yard? Was that your yard?
Remember when we left Carnival? Jay, you remember when we left? I was like, yo, look outside Supa.
That's my house, man. And there's full peace and love. Do you know what I mean? Like everybody knows and respects the code. So
hey, that looks sick still. That looks sick.
So yeah, enough respect for passing through, fellas, and also for the last minute because obviously Fats fucked up. So
wow.
All right, it didn't really, but I'm a pass the buck kind of guy. That's me. That's my job to pass the buck. So, oh yeah, thanks for stepping in last minute. It's been all good. Quickly give out your socials and that, and then yeah, it's all good, man. So
just DJ Milktray on everything, man. Just DJ Milktray, everything, and then big up the team, Sweet Boy Entertainment. Yeah, man, we're out here just doing our thing, man. Rights Academy as well. We're doing things, man. It's a good time to be alive.
I'm at Celebrity Supa on everything, man. Everything. If it's free, it's Tinder at Celebrity Supa. Everything, I'm on it. Okay, MySpace, your space, High Five, MSN, Celebrity Supa. Everything.
That's a black chat. Still on black chat as well.
Still on black chat. Still on it.
On the Twitter, DJ Houdini. On the Instagram, DJ_Houdini.
AKA Mr. Hot Chocolate.
AKA Mr. Hot Chocolate.
DJ official Djay-R on Insta and all the socials. That's official, and then DJ AYR, right? And at Rights Academy as well.
Yeah. All right, all good. We'll put it in the description and everything. But yeah, enough respect for coming through.
Big up, man.
Big up.
Yeah, man.
We'll link up. Yeah, I'm gonna hit you up.
Yeah, man.
Soups, I'm gonna hit you up about Rights Academy. We'll make.
Please.
Yeah.
Let's make something happen, man.
70%. Yeah. Yeah. Ish.
Somebody mute his mic.
Get him out of here, man.
All right, respect.
Peace.
Yo, Vat.
Yo.
All right, cool. So that was another decent episode right there. So what we thinking like going forward for next couple episodes? I know you're talking about the Q&A. So how do we get people involved in the Q&A?
So Q&A, you can hit us up on the Instagram at Deck1, Deck2 Podcast. So I'd say DM us or at us or however you want to contact us. You can contact us on the podcast, or you can hit me up, Fats Official, on all platforms. Hit up C6 on all platforms, and just hit us with questions, man. Any question you want to ask about the DJ world, whether you are a DJ, aren't a DJ, just want to know about DJing, as long as it's not like, what do you charge? We're not going to answer that. No. Yeah? We're not going to answer that. But
it's a case-by-case basis.
If you want to ask us anything with regards to DJing, then yeah, man, just hit us up, and we'll give you the answers. As long as we know them, we'll give you the answers. So yeah, man.
And also, I'm gonna say, if you are a up-and-coming DJ and you're new to it and you want to feature on an episode, I think let us know, and we'll start giving a couple up-and-coming DJs a chance to get involved with the other man them, and just get your questions across and just be in the environment and get to know some of us. So, you know what I mean? As I say, I can't promise everybody that, but because there's a few people in the messages asking like if they can be a part of it. And yeah, man, it's open for everyone. So just let us know, and hopefully we can start connecting a few people. And yeah, it's all good, man. So keep checking it out, man. Deck 1, Deck 2, C6, Deck Deuce. Till next week. Deck Deuce, man. You know you like it, innit? It's proper.
Yeah, that one's better than the Deck 2. I like that. So.
Yeah. Deck Deuce. But
yeah, man, we got everyone for locking in. If you got this far, And yeah, man, just if this is your first episode, go back, listen to the other episodes, watch the other episodes, and yeah, this should be out. What's it, tomorrow? 11?
10.
10 on the SoundCloud, sorry.
Yeah.
And then in the evening it should be on YouTube. So
yeah, it's gonna be on the same. Yeah, so it's all good.
Yeah.
All right, people. Peace.
Big up.
Bless, man.